As some of you know, I started my survival story because I heard a story of another patient, a young skier, who made it through, and this story always inspired me.
When my doctor had to give me my diagnosis, he told me a little story of a similar case. And he said, look, this guy today is still well up skiing in the mountain. For him, it was a kind of a side comment. But for me, it became a headline. It became my mantra that kept me going through this time, this horrible time, that helped me to make my decision that I want to face my fate.
Well, last week or some days ago, we got the not good news that Kevin, the skier, passed away. And I wanted to share it here quickly with you, and most of all, express my condolences to the family, but also saying thank you to Kevin, to you, Kevin, that you were always a light in the dark for me. Suddenly this light is not here anymore, and suddenly thoughts pop up like, okay, who is next? And I wanted to talk quickly about how to deal with that when we have a role model and suddenly this role model passes away. Not that I have all the answers, but I think it has a lot to do with accepting that this can happen and not scary, not freaking out, but like embracing that emotion of sadness and fear and being scared, and not trying to push it away and pretending that everything is good, but rather, and that's what I'm doing these days, the last days a lot, I was processing this news and still am, and I don't try to pretend that it's easy and that all will be fine because it is emotional and we are humans and we humans are emotional beings, and so that's what I try to do. I try to observe these emotions and somehow in a kind way welcome them and sit with them and see what will happen in the next days. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm asking myself, and that's always an interesting question, like, what does it want to tell me? What does this passing of my role model want to tell me for my story? I have some first answers, like that it's a reminder how fragile life is, that I want to think more consciously about how I spend my time, that maybe I don't want to do more and live more and more intense and like higher, faster, quicker, but rather slow down and appreciate what I have. So that are some first answers. I think there are many more to come, but I think that could also be a very helpful hook or angle to such a situation, that on one side you process the emotion, you let them be here and don't try to push them away, but then on the other side you ask yourself, what does it want to tell me? So dear Kevin, thank you very much for everything, and I hope you can rest in peace. Thank you.